Hey guys, I'm back with my Strobe tutorial. It's gonna be the complete tutorial of the song, so it's including the intro. Oh god, I've tried doing this video like 1,000 times, so I'm sorry about the time it took to make it, but it's actually really hard to explain. So anyways, I'll just get started explaining the intro. The intro is played at 88 BPM. And then you've got that transition when the intro fades out and you get that electronic strobe synth. So the tempo will go from 88 to 128 in that transition. But the whole intro is 88 BPM. So I'll explain it now. You play it like this. Play it with your thumbs so you're already ready with the... so you're good to go for the whole melody. Anyway, goes like this. That's the very beginning, and you play that 32 times, so just count this note 32 times. On the 33rd time, you're gonna play like 33rd octave, and then you start the melody. I'm pretty sure you know the intro melody. So, how you play this, I'll show you the right hand first, play it slowly so hopefully you guys can follow. Then it starts again. Okay, and the bass, these are the notes for the bass. Go. Stretch this. Then it starts again. Okay, hopefully you can make this, otherwise just use the pedal. Okay, so I'll play the whole intro and hopefully you guys can follow along. So play that 32 times again, and then you're gonna play it like this. Notice, by the way, how I'm never playing a note on the right hand and on the left hand at the same time. I'm always playing the bass notes in between the higher right hand notes. So it's gonna be... Play the whole thing again. Okay, now, so you've played the melody twice, you're gonna go down an octave and play the bass as an octave. So, like this. sorry for the mistake, just play it again. This is the part that's going from 88 to 128, so the intro will go. So like the volume will go always lower and the tempo will go always higher. So from 88 BPM to 128. And this is where the main lead comes in. The best way for me to do this is just break it down into melodies and different patterns. So I'll start off with the first melody, which is pretty easy. Just so you guys know, I'll also be calling a pattern. One pattern will be 1 beat long, and with 1 beat I mean 16 kicks are playing in 1 beat. So hopefully you guys can understand what I mean. Anyways, this will be the first pattern, pattern number 1. So that's coming in the transition, and in the transition you're going to be playing it 3 times, and then you're going to play pattern 2, which I'll show you now. So anyways, pattern 1, the best way to keep track of the tempo is to count the bass note. Instead, in the intro you were playing the bass, the right hand and the the left hand and the right hand at different times. Now you're going to be playing the higher notes on the right hand by themselves, and the lower ones, like on the thumb here, you're going to play this one along with the bass. So okay, so it just changes slightly the way you play it. So the first pattern is just to keep track of the tempo, count this note 8 times, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every time you go, that's 1, and just count up to 8. So the first pattern would be okay, 8 times. Now pattern 2 is basically the first half is exactly the same. It goes 4, so we're halfway there. Now what happens is you change the bass and the rhythm. So you can see that already sounds more like Strobe. And what you're doing here is the bass. So from here, the second part of it is so right hand, the bass is and what you do is you play right hand doesn't change from the first pattern. So the intro, well, the first part will be right hand is the same, you just change the bass note. Then you change bass again and you press these 2. And then you go back to where you were. So all you have to do is that's all that changes, and then you go back to the start. So pattern 1 is this. That's pattern 1, and then pattern 2 is this. Okay, that's pattern 2. So in the transition, when you're going with a uplifting tempo, can you say uplifting? I don't know, from 88 to 128, you're gonna play pattern 1 3 times, and then you're gonna play pattern 2 once. Okay? Then what you do is that you're gonna play another 4 bars. It's just gonna be pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 1, pattern 2. Then what you're gonna do is, so on this last bar, you're gonna be doing. So all I've done here is after playing pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 1, pattern 2, I played the exact same thing, but just adding a bass. Now in the song, the bass note would be here, and then you add this sub bass note here. But I actually like to play it here on the piano. It just sounds better, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna do. So it's the exact same thing, you're just playing the bass with an octave on that variation. Okay, so I'll just remind you, so from when the electronic strobe lead comes in, it's pattern 1 3 times, pattern 2, and then pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 1, pattern 2. Sub bass comes in, and then you play this 4 times, so it's just. And you play that 4 times, and then you get the last, you play it one last time with a slight variation, and then the main strobe melody comes in. So you play it like this. So that would be the fifth time you play pattern 1 with the sub bass, then you play pattern 2. Okay, so what I've done here is okay, so that's just a slight variation. The notes are, and every time you play with your thumb, you're gonna play the bass as well. So okay, and now the actual strobe melody begins. So it goes. I'm sure you know this is like the main melody in the song. So I'll try and break it down for you as best as I can. So from here, you're gonna start the main melody. So I'll play the left hand first, bass, which is pretty easy and it helps keep your tempo. It goes. That's 2 bars long, but it's the whole thing, so it goes. Okay, sorry I slipped that again, but okay, so the right hand should go like this. Stretch all the way. Okay, and then it starts up. All the same. So now I'll try and show you how to play the whole thing together. So the whole thing together right and left hand should be. You just start over again. Okay. So you're gonna be repeating that, let me think, 4 times. Yeah, you're gonna be repeating that 4 times. And then you're also gonna have an organ on the 3rd and 4th time you're playing it. The organ goes like this. Octave. Octave. Okay, so that just repeats, that's 2 bars long, and it repeats on the 3rd and 4th time with the main melody, so that's along with the main melody. I hopefully have the octaves right. It's kind of hard to tell if there's an octave or not with the organ, but the melody is correct anyways. So on the 4th time you play the main melody, you're gonna have a slight variation at the end. Instead of going and starting all over again, you're gonna do this. Okay, so that's the first part, exactly the same. Watch now. So you're just gonna be playing this for 2 bars. That would lead to the break, and then you get the whole melody with the hard-hitting kick and everything. Then you'd play the main lead another 10 times. The organ would be played on the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th time you're playing the main melody, the main lead. And then on the outro you're gonna play, so you'll play for the 10th time the main lead. So from there, you're just gonna go. And that's gonna be the outro. So you just count. And you know 8 times of that will be 1 bar. And you just count, it's gonna be 8 bars long. And what you're gonna do is play pattern 1 and 2, just as you did when coming into the main melody, which was. Okay, you actually want to play with just 1 note on the bass, so it'll be. You're gonna play pattern 1 and 2 4 times, and then the song will end, unfortunately. But yeah, that's Strobe. I also forgot to mention in the intro there are some violins. That would be on the last time you're playing the intro melody. So when you're down here. No, sorry. So when you're playing that part, the one with the bass octave, the last time you're playing that melody, you're gonna get some strings, and just in case you guys want to know, the notes are. these two. And then you'd get that whole part. Okay, so that's just to show you if you're also interested in the violins or strings, that's the notes for them. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I got one request to play some piano by Skrillex, so hopefully I'll be doing that soon enough. And if you guys want any songs to be covered, to know the notes and anything about them, just send me a message or just write the song in the comments and I'll hopefully get a cover for you guys soon. Cheers!